Okay, so, hey guys, gals, non-binary pals, and anything and everything in between. Cat Kings here again for another fantastic and exciting video. So this is OBS, not to be confused with Streamlabs OBS. This is typically what would be recommended to most people to use for streaming, game recording, etc. At least this is the most used from what I can see, especially in the realms of like streaming. Now, is it my personal preferred platform? I mean, not really. It's not what I use. But I still wanted to at least walk you guys through on what it can be used for. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going down here. You're going to click this big plus sign, right? And these are your scenes, and these are going to be like, for example, this is going to be your intermission. This is going to be when you're playing the game. This is going to be like, let's say you're taking a potty break, or you need to go out to the gas station or something. And you want to let them know you'll be back, or you're AFKing. And then we're going to talk about, like, we're going to add a scene that will show like when the stream is officially ending. So this is the intermission. Boom. And then you can just say gaming AFK/BRB and ending. And so now for this first one, right click, rename, and just press enter and start it. So for the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on here, plus, and do image, and then make sure you name it so that way you don't get confused later. You know exactly what its purpose is. Starting overlay. So then you're just going to want to find it. It can literally be anything that you want. Just choose an image that you want. But I would recommend, like, Gale Level is what I use. Like, I think he's really good at his tutorials, and he shows all sorts of cool shit for Streamlabs and OBS. That's how I actually learned how to do all the stuff I'm going to show you here. So go to his Gumroad website, and he gives you all sorts of cool, like, overlays that are pre-built. So for me, I already have one that says it right there. It says start. Oh, fuck. It says starting soon. See that? So I can just bring that in there. So now we're going to go over to intermission, and we are going to do the same thing. We're going to click here, go to image, intermission overlay. Go ahead and click OK. You're going to browse, and you're going to look for it. Obviously mine says intermission right here. So I'm just going to click OK. Now, let's say you want to add camera. You're going to go to plus. You're going to go to video capture device. And let's rename this camera. Now, I have my camera blocked right now. But whatever it would be for you, you would click that. And you would add it. And there's all these cool settings down here. And you'd click OK. And then right here, you can just drag it, and if you want, you can just simply resize it down to, and you can use your arrow keys to drag it very slightly, and you can just resize it if you want by dragging this, or by holding the control key. If you hold the control key and then you drag it, it'll help you get a more precise thing, as well as when you click this, you can use your arrow keys. But for me, I'm not going to use my camera, so let's say you want to fix that, right? You will just simply right click, and we're going to go ahead and remove. Fantastic. Okay, so a quick correction that I did not notice. It might be Alt, actually, that you have to hold for cropping it more accurately. But yeah, also if you ever have like multiple sources, you can sort of drag them on top of one another so you can see which one is in front of the other. But let's go ahead and go over to gaming. So if you have your camera from previously, you can go over to gaming, you can click this, and you can video capture device, and instead of having to add a new one, you can just add existing. Hold up, that's weird. Okay, so as you can see, I have my camera, but apparently it's not working like that. So, worst case scenario, you just bring it back. And if you can't add existing, you'll just have to add your camera again. Alright, so sometimes all you have to do is just see this, you just have to delete it, and then you can just start over and add existing device. So it's not like something that's the end of the world, but it is just a bit of a pain in the butt, as you'll notice. Drag this back here. And then I'm ever so tactfully going to hold Alt, click, drag it out, center it, boom. Here's your camera. You can just resize it whatever you want. So then we go plus, image, camera, overlay, browse image, and then just find your camera overlay. Here's mine. I drag this bad boy here. I take my camera, and then I can see the dimensions that has. And again, you can use your arrow keys to get it in there. Then just have to be careful. Then, because I don't want to make it any bigger, I just want to drag one side to make it longer or fill in. I can just. Oh, okay, it's not gonna let me. Unfortunately, it will not. Well, it does not have to be perfect. That's the key thing you have to keep in mind here. But a little exasperating. Yeah, so there we go. Sometimes it's just a little pesky. If you can't make it longer, always go on the sides and drag it that way. So yeah, there's our camera. And don't forget, you can either drag it like this or drag it on top. See that at the bottom? Camera overlay goes on top of the camera. Now hold Shift and click, click. Okay. Now you're gonna right click. Yeah, click Group Selected Items. Now we're gonna go here. I want to rename this Cam. And the reason we did that is because now we can drag them both together and not separate. If you ever want to switch which way you're looking, just right click and go to Transform, and then you can literally switch it however you want. You can switch it up, down, left, right, so boom, like that. You can go again, right click, Transform, and switch it like that, back and forth. Play around with everything, get a feel for it. Doesn't have to be too stressful. As you can tell, I'm still learning a lot of the stuff that I teach, because like I learn a lot of my stuff from YouTube. Like Gel Level is how I'm showing you guys this. I'm following his tutorial to then show you guys what to do. And so that's important that you keep in mind that there's information out there, and to constantly go through and to look at different things and to see how those work. So next you want to make your game, so you're going to go this, game capture. So for this, you just click OK. And if it's a full screen game, you can click that, or if you have a window or anything you're interested in, you can click that. And then let's say I wanted to do, I don't know, Filmora. I could do that, and then it will capture Filmora. Or let's say I want to do action. I could do that, and it will do action. But again, if you're playing full screen in a game, you can just simply go here and do this. So just go ahead and click OK. Take your game capture. Oh shit. No. That is not what we want to do. If you ever make that mistake, just right click remove. And just left click out of this so you don't do that. So yeah, we both learned something new there. That was scary. Game capture, any full screen application. Take this, drag it all the way down to the bottom. Then we're going to go to AFK, so that's BRB. Then we're going to do image, BRB overlay. Perfect. Browse. Find your BR back. So there's mine. Excellent. Or if you have multiple, you can do the one without the text, and you can add your own custom text. And I can show you guys in another video how we can set up text on these types of images and make your own overlays in Wondershare Filmora. I love Wondershare Filmora. Literally the best video editing software that I've used. It's perfect for people like me. Like, perfect. I love it. So we're just going to go use the one with the text. Okay. If for some reason you don't see your microphone or anything, then just go to settings, go to audio, and just make sure it's not disabled. I just have it set to default because I have my Blue Snowball set all the time. So if you have headphones, you can just keep this default and it'll pick up all the audio that comes on your headphones. Otherwise, if you just want to have noises like that come from your laptop itself and not any noises that are going into your headphones, you can just do speaker. And so yeah, you'll just click apply, and then you'll click OK. Apply will be all the way down at the bottom. If this thing isn't fitting on your screen all the way, then just make it smaller. You would just click apply, then you'd click OK, and then you'd have something like your mic. I have mine muted at the moment just because. So you're going to go back over to your intermission, and you'll see here your camera doesn't make sound. So what you can do is you can hide this thingy. So just so we have less to focus on for now, since we're editing, we'll come back to this and we can unhide it. And it's very simple. You're just going to click on this and you're going to click hide, and you'll see here on what is and is not making sounds. And as I said previously, if you'll see now, when I unmute myself, you can see that it's clearly picking up sounds. But if I mute myself again, then it's not picking up any sounds. Keep in mind as well, if you have like an external microphone or something, and your sounds are coming from your speakers or anything else, just like they would come from your voice, if it's not coming from within your headphones and it can be heard out in the real world, then it's most likely it's going to pick it up. So next, if you follow me over here, I'm going to go to this, and we are going to streamlabs.com, okay? That's all you're going to do. So, you know I love Streamlabs. There's a difference between Streamlabs and Streamlabs OBS, though. Let's be clear, by the way, just so we can be understanding. But let's go ahead and we click login. I'm going to click login with our Twitch. Okay, so once you've entered all your information, you're just going to go to the dashboard. So let's say you want the alert box. You're literally just going to type alert box. And then you can just click right here. So it can be a bit overwhelming, but don't worry. If you're using, again, OBS Studio, it'll tell you to use the alert bar. Alright. So, first thing I gotta do, gotta click copy. Go ahead and copy this. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and click this plus and click browser. And we're going to go ahead and call this alerts. Alright, so we got here. We can remove that. Either you can do Control V or you can right click paste. So now we just go ahead and click OK. Alright, so back on here, you can test. Now, isn't that pretty fucking great? So, let's say you just want to go ahead and look at what it looks like. You can click that to make it where it's not full screen. Drag this on over here. And then you can... Shit. Okay. That's it. Isn't that poggers? Alright, so now that we've done that, we're just going to minimize that. We might need it for later, but maybe not. But here we go. So then, go over to your alerts, right click, copy, go over to your starting, then right click, paste. You can also just paste it here. Because it's BOB. You pretty much paste it in all your scenes. Then over here, you're going to pull this back up, go to chat box, widget settings. X out of that. And you're going to do the exact same thing that you did before. Copy it, go back over here. Okay, so back over to your intermission, plus, browser, call it chat box. Click OK. Go ahead and remove this. Control V. OK. So then, this is your chat box. Well, this is. I need to go to the chat box real quick. That's the alert. That's the chat box. Drag it over here. Control Alt. Just like that. Hold Alt. And then drag it, and you can just sort of do it like that. And by the way, don't forget to, if you want to, you can always take your chat box right here and you can copy it, and then you can bring it over to all your other stuff. So also right click on chat box, click properties, then we're going to scroll down. Now mine's already unticked, but if you don't have it, make sure this is unticked. Shut down source when not visible. So that way it's not, all the shit doesn't go away when you click over to another thing, like another scene. Next we're going to talk about these scene transitions right here with fade. There's plenty of options you can go to. So we want here. We can go add swipe, and just keep the name as literally swipe. And then you can preview it. You can swipe in. Go ahead and click OK. Then we click over here, and we can see how it does that. And if you want to make it longer or shorter, you can just always go over here, back, and you do something like that. See how that looks? And this just sort of translates 1000 milliseconds, I believe is like 1 second. So then we're going to go back to our good pal Streamlabs. We're going to go to labels, and you're going to type on, and you're going to click on stream labels. Fantastic. Don't care. So you're going to have to download something for this. Now again, this is totally option if you don't want to do it. So once that's downloaded, we're going to go back over here. We're going to go to our intermission. We're going to click plus. We're going to go ahead and click text. Recent follower. Click OK. Drag this out of the way. Literally, whatever you type, it's going to show. So let's go ahead and play around with the font a little bit. I think Arial is kind of gross, personally. Well, no, I want to be a 7th grader, so I'm going to do Comic Sans. And you can change it to look. Yeah, we'll just do that. So I click OK, and I type blah blah blah. Make sure that you enable read from file. So you'll just go to your most recent downloads, then you'll double click this, and it'll pull up to this. And here, you're just going to type your username and password and everything. Alright, click this, choose output directory. Alright, so you don't want to lose these. I cannot stress enough. Go here. This is your desktop, this is empty. So you're going to do Control-Shift-N. This is your new folder. And we're going to call this Stream Labels. Alright. Now we're going to go inside, right here. Then we're going to click Select Folder. Perfect. Oh yeah, okay. We're starting to really make some progress here, guys. So if you're ever curious, so now that we have our new Stream Labels thing, and if you open this, you have a fuck ton of stuff to browse through. Pretty cool, isn't it? Make sure this is open when you're streaming, by the way. That's the way this is all going to work perfectly for you. So, go back over here. We're just going to close this shit out. Alright. I'm going to click Browse. So, go into Desktop, Stream Labels, and you're just going to type M. So, you're going to look for most recent follower right here. Now, I'm going to open that. Boom. You know, on second thought, this might be kind of a gross text. I need something maybe a little better. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Alright, so my brain's getting fried here from doing this tutorial. It's a lot longer than I thought it would take, but we're still going to see it through to the end. Oh, fuck! What the fuck? Oh, what the hell? How's that even happen? Okay. Well, we're going to have to use the right-click transform. There we go. What the fuck was that? Okay, so drag that. Use your arrow keys to match it up wherever you want. Boom. Alright, so now we're going to go over to here, click on add. Going to go to image. And we're going to call this labels bar. Babushka. So browse. This is in my... So you need to do the labels bar blank or labels bar with stuff. I'm not doing it blank. I'm going to go ahead and have the actual labels bar. I'm going to add that right there. So I'm going to take this, move it out of the way here for now. Drag this down here. Oh yeah, before I forget. Always have the alerts at top. Always. Alerts are king. Alerts are love, alerts are life. Then take recent follower, drag it on top of the labels bar. Oh, by the way, right click if you get a chance, so in case the name is ever too big, right click, filters, drag this. I want this to actually fit on my screen, so what the heck. There we go. So you're going to click plus, scroll, click OK. Let's do 34.0.
It's raining outside, right?
Hey baby. Alright, so you want to click on limit width to 600, 600, like that. That's pretty fucking high, right? But you can always do it to 100. Like that. Oh, for some reason, oh. That is not looking good at all. I was following this tutorial and it seems that it's not quite done what it should have. Alright, let's go back to defaults. But that is bad. Well, we're just going to go ahead and have it back what it was. I'm going to go over to recent follower. Right click, copy. Alright, so now right click. We're going to paste duplicate. And you'll have two of them. So just keep that in mind. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. You're going to double click on this. Then we're going to go over here. We're going to click browse. And then what we're looking for is most recent donator, so most, boom. Now I don't have a donator, so this will probably end up being blank for me, right? So I don't have a recent donator, but it's still important that I rename this into recent donator. Because you never know when I'm going to have to use it. You just never know. Yeah, we could edit this for now, but for now we're not going to until like later. So I go back to here. Don't forget to copy, paste, duplicate. Alright, double click on it. Gonna browse. And you're going to choose your all-time top donator. Click on that. Okay. Even though there's nothing there right now, it's like, okay, that's fine. But eventually there will be something there, right? Don't forget, click on it, rename it, top donator. Boom. And you're going to want to have these all together. Hold shift on your keyboard, click, click. There you go. Right click, group selected items. Call this labels. And we can collapse the group just like this. Alright, so you're at click labels, copy, and we're going to do copy reference this time. Go over to gaming, and this is where we're going to have them show up here. Alright, over here, I click paste reference. Look at there, look at there. That's pretty good. Go ahead and collapse this. Please always make sure your alerts are on top. BRB screen. Right click, reference, collapse. Same thing. Drag alerts on top. Then go back to your starting. Right click, paste reference, collapse, drag alerts on top. Alright, that's how you do that. My brain is mush right now, so let's go ahead and end it here, guys. And thanks for learning how to do this along with me. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.